Okay, this is it. If you are a woman that's dating a man that's 10 or 15 years younger than you, here are some realities that you need to consider. He's 10, 15 years younger than you. So you have to think about that. He's going to always be comparing you to the younger woman. He could be dating women his own age. And I don't care how fit you are, how good you look, how young you look. You probably look younger than him as it is today. You may look younger than him. You may look better and in better condition and fit than the woman his age. Still, he's going to be comparing you to that woman, that younger woman, because he can date a younger woman. So he's going to be comparing you that. And especially, you're going to be physically more responsible than him and actually more established than him. And that's going to bother him no matter what he says. So these are things you need to consider. And it may be like that song by Steely Dan, Hey 19, we can't dance together. No, we can't talk it over. And if you don't know that song, I rest my case. That's my tip, girlfriend.
Welcome back to Manosphere Daily. Today, we're diving into a harsh reality that's got a lot of older women in full meltdown mode. They're realizing they may never find a man to love and marry them. After years of saying they don't need a man, the regret is starting to sink in, and the breakdowns are real. Before we get into it, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. And don't forget to share this video with your friends. This is a conversation more people need to hear.
Older women, have you dated younger men? Younger men, have you dated older women? Tell us in the comments. And here are some examples of couples in that dynamic. We have Cher and her current boyfriend, 40-year age spread. We have Juliet Mills and her husband. There's an 18-year age spread. We have Joan Collins and her husband, 32-year age difference. President Macron and his wife, 25 years. Tina Turner and her husband, 17 years. Carol Burnett and her husband, 23 years. What about you? Let us know in the comments.
This is the 5th video I've made where I've been blasted in comments, being called a hag, elderly, a grandma, that I'm 90, that I'm aged beyond repair. That's a good one. I'm in my 50s and I've chosen to age naturally, so I don't get Botox or any injections of any kind, no surgeries or lifts, no fillers or lasers or any kind of injections. What I do wear is silicone patches because I like to be able to have expression in my face, but I don't want to make my wrinkles deeper. This is particularly for my frown lines on my forehead because I think they make me look angry, and for my mouth lines that make me look sad. And yes, I am sad right now and angry, but that's just because I've been inundated with just really cruel comments and being stitched all over TikTok as some sort of reason that women can't age. When meanwhile, I am aging naturally. I just don't want deeper lines or lines that don't put out there what I feel inside. Everything about making a video like this is outside of my comfort zone because I hate confrontation. I was always told to turn the other cheek and just ignore it, but it's just so much all the time that I actually think inaction is not the right thing to do. And for all these people asking why can't women just age, well, with the rest of the comments telling me how I'm hideous, I think you've sort of answered your own question. And the shut up and just age gracefully to a 50-year-old woman, no. And as for me being any reason why women can't age, when there's plastic surgeons telling people to get surgery and lifts, and there's dermatologists telling people as early as 18 to get Botox, that's not on me. And I am not the beauty industry. But mostly I'm making this video because you don't tell someone in their 50s how they should or shouldn't age. It's not your business, and you can't yet, as a 15-year-old, speak to the experience of your face sagging and your skin doesn't look like how you feel on the inside.
Older women spent years pushing the "I don't need a man" narrative, and now they're realizing that independence doesn't keep you warm at night. They laughed at men who wanted marriage, called commitment outdated, and thought they had all the time in the world. Now, reality is knocking, and it's not bringing flowers.
So when I was younger, I always used to hit on elder women. I was 17, I was in Singapore, and every woman I used to hit on was 22, 23, because I used to meet elder women out in bars and clubs. And something I realized was, it was always failing. It was always failing because I had so much energy when I was young. The elder women, they really could not relate with it. And it happens with a lot of guys out there I see also. This might happen to you also, that you're a younger guy, you want to hit on that beautiful girl, but she's elder than you. And you don't know how to manage your energy. You don't know how to be calm and centered. And because of that, the girl will not be able to relate with you. And the girl will not talk to you and she'll reject you. And apart from that, a lot of younger guys also have this limiting belief that, oh my God, she's elder than me. Man, she's elder than me. She'll probably never reciprocate the attraction. She'll probably never talk to me. And that is a limiting belief. So let go of that limiting belief. Because if you think that she's elder than you, then she might also feel that age difference, that age gap.
It's not that men don't want an accomplished woman, it's that men don't want to deal with a disagreeable boss bitch that spends all of her time chasing excellence, climbing a corporate ladder. The notion that toxic feminism says things like, go and get a career and take care of yourself so you don't need a man, basically says, go and serve a man in the corporate world, line his pockets with gold, but don't serve a family or a husband at home.
Oh, you blew my back out last night.
Hell yeah.
No, because you were hogging the bed and I slept on it funny.
Oh, my bad.
Can you take me to the chiropractor?
Can I just get some gas money? I was actually at the mall today and I saw something that reminded me of you, so I bought it.
Oh, babe, that's so sweet.
You wanna see it?
Yes. Oh.
Ta-da! It's just like a fart. It's always in the valley.
It's not really romantic.
Yes, it is. It's an acronym. MILF. Mom, I'd like...
I know what it stands for.
Whatever. Can you just push me?
Like, I love your energy, but sometimes you need to be a little more grounded, you know?
What?
I don't know. I just feel like sometimes you could be a little immature.
I would have to disagree, but also, can you double bounce me? So many snacks in here.
Oh my God, they're not for you. Did you eat this entire box of fruit rolls and then put it back in the cabinet?
No, your daughter did that.
She can't even reach the cabinet. She's 2.
Yeah, she must have had a growth spurt. She also clogged your toilet.
She's not potty trained. What's wrong?
I don't know, you just didn't reply to my snap.
Babe, I didn't hear it. You gotta snap louder.
You really are, MILF. You wanna see me kickflip?
No.
Check this out. Do you think I could go pro? Are you turned on yet?
They thought they could put dating on hold, focus only on themselves, and that the perfect man would still be waiting when they were ready. But men aren't playing that game anymore. They've moved on to women who actually value relationships. Now, instead of self-reflecting, these women are breaking down, blaming men, and acting like victims of their own choices.
Okay, I took a survey on the type of men that women over 50 wanted to date, and these are the results. If you get a chance, when I asked about that survey, the comment section is hilarious. Lots of banter, very interesting stuff. I was truly surprised at how many women said that at over 50 that they weren't interested in dating and they were happier by themselves. A lot of women said that they wanted somebody with at least as much money as they had. Some women said they wanted a rich man, but a lot said they just didn't want anybody who had significantly less money than they did. It was mentioned a few times, too, that women wanted a man who was passionate, somebody who still had working equipment. And the number one thing that women mentioned was a sense of humor, someone who made them laugh. So if you have something to add to this, I'd be glad to hear it. Please write in the comments. I've made other videos about men and what type of people are available to date over 50. Some women did say that they wanted younger men too, which surprised me because I myself am not interested in younger men. But a lot of women said that worked out better for them.
I want to talk in general about older women dating younger men. What are the pros? What are the cons?
Right.
And, should people try it?
In my view, and I think everybody else's, I think you would agree, the biggest con is the pushback, the stigma. Why is there such stigma associated with this? I have to admit that when I considered it, I didn't really consider it. I sort of had the same thing happen. Younger guys contacted me, right or wrong, and I'm just trying to be as authentic, and honest as I can. I couldn't see, why would he want to date me, an older woman? I mean, honestly, I couldn't imagine getting naked with him and having a physical relationship. So why do I think that?
Especially when you hit a certain age and the world is telling you that if you've never been married as a Black female after 40 and you've never been married, never had, it's like, I don't know what the actual numbers are, but they're small. I mean, I've looked before. And then, women want somebody that's 6 feet. Or they want somebody you have women with all of these things that they want. But the reality is that as you get older, I'm 52. So I know as you get older, the thing is, because men, a lot of times the pool gets smaller. And a lot of times when men get older, they want women younger so they can mold them. Now, I will say the younger men, they don't have no problems.
Preach, sister.
Coming for a sister like myself.
The younger men go for older women.
They do. And the older men want younger women.
To see the full episodes, go to Soft Life Secrets with Miracle and hit the subscribe button.
It's not that men don't want to love and marry women, it's that they won't waste time on someone who only sees them as a backup plan. The market doesn't lie, and the men they ignored aren't waiting around anymore. Older women are having a full-on meltdown because they're realizing that time wasn't on their side like they thought. For years, they were told they could have it all, that settling down was something they could do whenever they felt like it.
I think a relationship should be more meaningful than sex.
Exactly.
This doesn't make sense. It's okay for her to give her body away to an older man to use it, but it's not okay for her to give her body away to an older man who takes care of her and wants to be in a relationship with her. Then he has to be manipulative. I would argue that there's probably more manipulation to get her in the sack than it is to have that long-term relationship.
A woman, you might ask her, well, what age guy would you date? And she'll say out of her mouth, oh, I'm 19. I want to date a guy who's 19 to 22. And then she goes out in the world, meets me, and then she's like, well, I like him. And then that's kind of the end of the whole thing. That's how women are actually operating in real life. And we do have clinical immaturity. If a woman dates a guy who's younger than her, this is a major red flag. Females who date down in age are usually very messed up in here because they're looking to have a target that's easy to manipulate, to control, and to dominate.
So you said that there are things that men can do to level up, they can become funny or have a good personality or become successful. Yes. The difference is that women, you can just be 18 and be attractive, or not even be physically attractive and still get insane amounts of dicks. We had one girl say that she had a sex addiction and she was overweight. No offense to her, but I'm just stating the facts here. Don't shoot the messenger. She happened to be overweight. She wasn't particularly good looking. She was able to sleep with 6 guys in the night. She slept with 6 dudes in the night. Her body count was 140. Her male looks equivalent would be incapable of doing that exact same thing.
Now, they're looking around and seeing that the men they once overlooked have either leveled up or left the dating scene entirely. Suddenly, where have all the good men gone, is the question of the day. The truth is, those men didn't disappear, they just stopped waiting. They got tired of the attitude, the games, and the entitlement. They found younger women, foreign women, or simply decided they'd rather live in peace than deal with someone who sees them as an accessory instead of a partner.
All right, y'all, the pros and cons of dating an older guy. Starting with the pros. Number 1, they tend to be more experienced. Number 2, they tend to be more mature. Number 3, they tend to be willing or more willing to settle down quicker. Number 4, they tend to be more financially stable. Number 5, they tend to know more about what they want in life and in women. Number 5, they tend to be more direct and honest. They ain't trying to play games. All right, y'all, now for the pro. Now for the cons, Let's get into it. Number 1, they may be more possessive. Number 2, they may be more controlling. Number 3, they may have more baggage. Number 4, they may be more critical of you. Number 5, they may have way less tolerance for the drama. They ain't trying to deal with all that.
Man, I swear I be having a lot of conversation with females, man. They always say the same thing, that they want a relationship like how they see their grandparents got. But the one thing that they fail to realize, though, they don't understand the sacrifices that they had to go through for them to have that type of relationship. Not only that, it was a different type of era that they lived in. They still live by those morals and values to this day. See, in today's society, man, women don't want to be submissive to their man. And back then, your grandmother was very submissive to, your grandfather. So you're already losing in that department right there alone. But the other thing, too, as well, though, a lot of people don't even live by the bonds of what love is truly is, or let alone what marriage is. What's one of the things that you got to agree upon before you even get married? Do happy or do worse? Do better or do worse? Do death or do us part of all that bullshit? You feel me? And you can't even live up to that little bit of literature right there. So what you expect that you're gonna have a long, healthy relationship when you can't even live by the little stuff that you should already know? You know what I'm saying? It's easy, man.
Of course, women are not going to find you as attractive as the man who has his shit sorted out at the end of the day. The man who has been putting in the work for X amount of years. He is a veteran. He's in his early, mid, late 30s and beyond. This man is established in his career. Finances are on point. He has his nice car, many vehicles, dream car, dream apartment, dream house. He has the fashion on point, the grooming, the scent. Every aspect is on point. Why? Because he has had way more time to get his shit together.
And now, instead of self-reflection, what do we see? Social media rants, blame games, and tears over how men are too intimidated or can't handle a strong woman. But let's be real, men aren't intimidated, they're just making better choices. No man wants to be a retirement plan for someone who spent her best years avoiding commitment.
In the Fresh and Fit, they faced too much rejection in their life from women, and that burnt has made them want to create a power imbalance where they're so much more powerful than the woman so that they can never get burnt again. In the process of this power imbalance, they're actually losing power. As a man, as you get older, let's say you get over the age of 35 and you're still dating 22-year-old women, they think, I'm providing all the money, I'm providing the lifestyle, I'm older than her, I've got all the power. It doesn't work like she has all the power. So if you are somebody just in or Fresh and Fit's age and you're dating a super young girl, she's already far more promiscuous than you are because her pool is too big. Whereas your pool, as an older man who's only dating young girls, is still quite limited. So firstly, she's already got that. Secondly, she's learned she can access that lifestyle without any hard work. You've had to hustle. You've had to come home stressed. You've had to really put your life on the line. You've had to really struggle to get that level of wealth. She's learned that if she just knows how to arouse a man sexually, she can get that lifestyle like that.
Fellas, let's talk about it. How to pursue an older woman. You heard me talk about it in the last video. 60% of younger guys are interested and pursuing older women. But how do you do it? You see that older woman over there, maybe at work, maybe she lives in your building, and you want to meet her. She's fit, feminine, and fun, just like you like. 3 things. 1, come straight at her. An older, experienced woman, she has no time for games. Say what you want, come straight up, tell her what you're all about, let her know you desire her, and take it from there. Number 2, never call her a cougar. She's not a cougar, she's a woman. Number 3, ignore the age difference. It's not a problem unless you make it a problem. If you want her, go after her. Follow for more.
I think the reason men don't value education and money in women is because women who tend to be educated and have money, they tend to have that independent attitude. You feel me? Like, so that's why I feel like men don't care about that no more. So they'll take somebody that's less educated, less money, because
I feel like you shouldn't want that though. You should want somebody that
but you can't tell men what they should want.
So now the desperation kicks in. Dating coaches start popping up with false hope, telling these women they just need to raise their standards even higher. But men aren't fooled. They know that if they weren't good enough for her at 25, they definitely aren't signing up at 45 to be her last resort. At the end of the day, the game doesn't change just because someone realizes they played it wrong.
Anybody else get grossed out when older men, like I'm 45, older men my age and older say that they will never date an old woman, considering me old. That's what they, oh, you're old. One guy I asked that, like, you know, if you are with somebody, they're going to eventually age. They're going to get older. By the grace of God, hopefully they will get older. This man told me he was 50 years old and he does not mess around with anybody older than 20. And he says by the time that person would turn his age, he'd be dead. I need you to listen to men when they say that they don't want anybody older. They will go for your kids. It's gross. Pay attention to men that hate older women.
What are some problems or frustrations that you have with today's dating world?
I feel like people don't want to be in a relationship.
Why do you get that feeling?
There's just lots of options out there. All the apps where you can find whatever you want to find.
Do you think that the fact you have too many choices makes it a lot harder to appreciate what you could have?
100%. One red flag and you're kind of like, oh, I could go find somewhere else. Or there's multiple people on the go. You don't need to have one person when you could have 5.
What are some things that guys do that piss you off dating-wise?
Just be guys.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I feel like guys don't think. I'm like, did you think about what you just said or did for 2 seconds?
Do you have an example? What's the ideal way you want to be asked out?
If a guy just walked up to me in a bar, I'd be like, this is creepy, I'm not giving you my number. But then also you're like, oh, online. There needs to be like a happy medium. Like I want to meet somebody through like a friend of a friend.
If you could offer some solutions on how someone could better date or find love, what would you say?
I think the grass isn't always greener on the other side. So work with what you have, find a person, figure it out. But also know when to leave. Because some people get too comfortable and stay. You need to know when to leave.
Men will go through their entire life, remember that time that some random old lady told them they looked cute. They'll remember that for like 40 years. Men will remember a compliment forever.
Like, I remember being 22, and I was hired, and I was the only guy. It was me and a bunch of girls. And one of them came up to me, she goes, Adam, you're cute now, but you're going to be really handsome when you grow up. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess
You still remember it?
I still remember when she said it was in the hallway right there.
Men's self-esteem has to be self-esteem.
The men they wanted have moved on, and the ones left aren't the ones they were holding out for. The only question now is, will they finally admit that they were lied to? Or will they keep blaming men while reality keeps proving them wrong?
Tell me about your first love.
I haven't been terribly successful at romantic love or any kind of male and female love. I mean, people have broken up with me. Guys haven't really found me very interesting. I've never understood that because I think I look pretty good. I think a person has to love themselves. And if you love yourself and you're authentic in your love for yourself, that you're very lovable. I love romantic love. And I've been pretty disappointed in the relationships that I've had because I couldn't find anyone who really just wanted to live their lives being madly in love. So I try from the first date on to just commit to really loving that person. And if I only have 1 date, great. If I have 10 dates, great. Even though I've never successfully put it together, I completely believe in it.
And that's it for today's video. If you found this discussion eye-opening, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Manosphere Daily so you don't miss out on more real talk. Turn on notifications so you're always updated, and most importantly, share this video with your friends. Let's keep spreading the truth and growing this community. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
And that wraps up today's episode of Manosphere Daily. If you enjoyed the content, give it a like. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified as soon as a new video is out. Share your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.